Mission succeeded. Unlocked. Unlocked.
I'm excited to show you the smart lock, the Smart Deadbolt by GHome. And I installed it at my house and we've been testing it out, and I really like smart locks and I really like this one. So let's take a look at everything you get and how it performs.
Locked.
So basically what you get in the box is the front and the back and then the middle section of the lock. So this is going to be typical of any deadbolt lock, except with a smart lock you've got to have some areas for the function buttons and other things to exist. And so rather than a plain deadbolt that you install in your door, a smart lock is usually going to have some sort of keypad, maybe a fingerprint sensor. So with this one, it does have a fingerprint sensor. It has the keypad. On the inside, it has a button that you can unlock or lock, and you can turn the knob. And then, of course, it holds batteries, and you can program it a couple different ways. You will need an app. You'll need to download and connect it to the GHome app. And then setting it up is pretty easy, and basically you're just working to input your information. If you have other people in your household, you can put everyone in separately and give them their own code. And so you will need, if you're going to enter everyone's fingerprints, you will need to enter their enter a name for everyone, then have them put their fingers on the fingerprint reader. So I found the fingerprint reader to be really quick and pretty awesome.
Unlocked.
The great advantage to having a smart lock is that you don't have to fumble with keys to be able to get into your house. And so even before smart locks were a thing, I had always used a keypad lock. And so we haven't used a physical key for our homes in a long, long time. But now we've started using smart locks, and with the smart lock, you can use your fingerprint, or with this one, you can use this little NFC card that you just put up to it, and it's going to unlock. And they're about the same in terms of speed, and maybe you would rather do your fingerprint. It may be more convenient, but this little NFC card is a great thing you can either give to someone else who might need access, or just use it yourself if you feel more comfortable with that. So the fingerprint reader, I think, is very reliable. So the card is just another way to open it. You can also open this with the app. So you can also assign a temporary number, as you see me doing here in the app. You can assign it for a certain day of the week, or maybe just a one-time access. So if someone else needs in your home, you can give them access, and you can be somewhere far away and give them access. So you can set this up. You can also get notified when someone opens the door, so you know that the person you gave access has come in that setting. So lots of uses for this lock and locks like these. But this one, obviously you can set it up and use it. You can get in. It does come with a physical key. So if and when you need that physical key, it's going to be there. So installing this lock, the physical side of installing, is really just getting things lined up, provided you already have a deadbolt spot in your door. So a right size hole, and then the way that it latches, it all needs to be in place. But with most doors, that is going to be the case. If you don't, then there are some things you can buy if you want to try to do that yourself. You can go to your local hardware store and buy some things that will help you to do that. Or you may just have to call someone to make that hole for you. But provided there's a hole there, this is going to go in pretty easily. It only took me a few minutes to get it in. And my only real problem installing it was my kids had taken all my AA batteries. So I did have to go to the store and buy some AA batteries. This does take 8, and that's a lot of batteries, but I think that's fine. As long as it lasts for a good long time, I don't mind putting 8 batteries in it. So I do enjoy the ones that have a rechargeable battery pack, but some people may prefer this because you're never going to be without a battery in this case. So as with a lot of these locks, this lock does come with an emergency way to open it. You can plug a USB cable into the outside. So if the batteries have died, you're not going to be locked out. So all that you will need is a USB cable and some way to, like a portable charger, to be able to connect there and give it enough power for you to use it to get in, and then you can replace the batteries. So not a problem. So you can set this up to open with a smart speaker, such as that Google makes, or the Alexa. Either of those, you can have it work with the lock to open or lock it. The lock also comes, you can have it set up to lock automatically. So right now this one's locking after 10 seconds, but you can change that, or you can set it up to not lock automatically. So whatever your preference is there. I've come to like the automatic lock, and it's just another way to keep up and make sure that the doors aren't being left unlocked. Family friendly, again, it's one thing to have an app on your phone to be able to open things, but if you have more people living in your house, then you need other ways to get in. And this has worked great with everybody in my house, that everyone's been able to use it and get in. The code is often the way that they're getting in, but the fingerprint is a big hit with everybody too in terms of using a smart lock like this. So I like those options, and I like the option too to be able to add anyone that you want to. You can add a lot of people to the list to be able to access this lock. So with everything you install in your home, there's a price point at which you're saying, yeah, that really works for me. And so you're going to have to check that out yourself. There should be a link below that you can go and check out the price for this. But so if you're looking for convenience and you're looking for a way to put a new lock on your outside door that would give you access and give others access as needed, that has the convenience of this, I think you're going to like this lock. I think you're going to like the way that it looks. I think you're going to like the way that it functions. And I think it's at a reasonable price for what you get, and the convenience and the solid make that you get with this one. So I do appreciate GHome sending me this lock to try out, and after using it for a couple of weeks here, I can certainly recommend this one. So thanks for watching.